Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video we are going to discuss about Google Cloud, Terraform with Google Cloud. So we are going to spin up the services by using Terraform tool in Google Cloud. Okay, so to start with the first video which I'm going to do, I have already one video which I completed for the what is the project in Google Cloud. This video which I'm going to do I'm trying to make an integration between my local machine to Google Cloud Console so that I can spin up the services by using Terraform. Okay. The first thing is which we need to do. So this video quite little bit lengthy. Maybe it will take 10-15 minutes of time because we need to discuss about few things, Cloud SDK and Terraform and rest of all the things. Okay. So the intention is the first thing is which we need to download for the SDK. So SDK is a Cloud SDK. gcloud is a command line tool. Uh, so this one, if you look at here, this is the gcloud SDK. Okay, if you go here, you can see we need to download this SDK. If you click on here, so it will download SDK. It's already available in my local machine. When you click, go to the show folder. Okay, I'm using Windows basically, so that's why it's showing as a. I'm selecting as a Windows one. Okay, so if you are Mac and Red Hat or Linux, we have to pick up other one based on that one. Okay, so I'm in the Windows SDK. So what we want to do is just to go ahead and click this one. When you say next, so just need to follow that one. Single user. Okay, just install everything. Next. So next. So you can see already version is available. So I don't want to do now. Okay. So, okay, so highlight install just need to follow the process, just need to download the simple package in locally, then setup in. Once we done the setup, so we need to set up the environment for the gcloud. So I have already set up the gcloud environment my locally. When I enter gcloud, just need to enter this command. The gcloud is a command line tool. How it is AWS CLI, the same way gcloud is a command line tool to integrate with AWS environment by using service account or authentication. There is a couple of which you need to pass to make authentication. As of now, we have installed just for the SDK CLI Google command line tool. So in that we have a lot of options available. If you can see CI/CD compute is basically all the VM stuff and everything databases. If you can see databases and identity access management IAM. So Kubernetes also is available, mobile monitoring. So these are all things. What are the things which you can do console level or command line Terraform? So we can do everything to Google CLI command line tool. Okay. The first thing which we need to set up that one. The then after that, what we need to do, we need to download the Terraform. So Terraform, how we are going to download? Terraform download. When we say download, so just need to download the Terraform here. So download all version of Terraform. So you can pick up anything. I'll go with the latest one. If you can Windows one, we need to go with this Windows AMD 64. Okay, it will download locally. So it will take a fraction of minutes. Let me. Yeah, the download is completed. We can see .terraform file which is available. Download folder. So what we need to do, I need to take this .terraform file, take this one. So I'm going to keep somewhere in my location. What I will do, I'm going to keep this into the my folder somewhere. Uh, we can keep it anywhere, but I'm going to keep it my binary file. So I have already file available. Just I'm going to replace this file again. Okay, just is going to replace. Okay, so even if you want to, you don't want to keep .terraform complete Terraform file. Even if you want, you can rename also. What I will do, even I can make it a TF. Anything doesn't. You can make keep it as a your name also. Doesn't matter. Just keep it as Terraform. But I'll rename it a TF12, which is shortcut for me. Okay, so you can keep it anywhere, but I keep it as a binary. So if you want to set up, you need to set up the environment. So Windows environment. So if you want to see set the environment, you can go to the my other videos which are available, which is in Terraform AWS, the same setup only. So nothing to change. Okay, just download somewhere, keep it locally. Then what we do this, we have SDK download completed, Terraform download completed. Okay, even when if you want to download the same package in Linux environment, you need to pick up the Linux environment, just unzip the package. That's it. Nothing to do from extra. You need to pick up this one. Which one we need to pick up? We need to pick up this one, Linux one. So when you click on it, it's going to download. Just unzip a package. That's it. So you can run the .terraform file. Okay. So nothing else. There is no much difference. We are just extracting here. There we are downloading. Okay. When you download Windows, what we need to do? Just go to the download. Select this one. We need to basically what we need to do. We need the extract file. The same way you can extract locally. Where you want to extract, you can pick up. But the same way in Linux, we have to unzip file. That is the only difference. Okay. Then after that, everything would be the same. So these two, okay, one is Terraform installation completed, the other one Cloud SDK also completed. The next thing, so what we need to do, we need to set up a communication. Set up a communication means from local, where I am using local desktop, local here, where I installed my Terraform. So if you run the Terraform tool, you can see all commands running. This is my Terraform tool. Okay, I don't want to type everything Terraform every time. Even if you run Terraform also it will work, but I'm to make it a shortcut. I'm using Terraform tool. That's why TF tool. I just renamed. That's just normal file. Okay, uh, to simplify. So I don't want to type every time Terraform completely. Okay, so these two parts is completed. Then after that, what we need to do? We need to make a communication between local machine to uh, uh, Google Cloud Console. Okay. Let me go back to the console. So I have already Google Cloud account which is available, free trial which I created. So the first thing is to understand. I discussed about the first video yesterday, day before yesterday. I uploaded, so it's going to publish tomorrow. So we need to understand the first thing in Google Cloud is project. So project is nothing but, well, let me recap. So project is nothing but a, it's an environment. When you build the services, you are going to build all the service within the project. It could be monitoring, it could be any Windows servers or database servers or storage or whatever it is. Everything it has to go with the project. Why? Because when you create a project, the building and everything is come as per the project. It's like environment. When you create environment, how it is, so all the service sitting on the inside the environment. That's the same way also in Google Cloud we have a project. So if you, okay, even when it doesn't matter, you can run a multiple projects or one project, that doesn't matter. It's based on the requirement in real world. Generally, if non-prod environment, you can run as one project, one within the project. If you can see here, within the project you can run all the services. But when you create the account, we have a default project which is come my project. Okay, I created df1 project, tf-dev1 project. So this is the one which I created. So what I will do, I'm going to create a brand new project. Okay, let me go ahead and create the project. So what the project name? You can keep it any project name, doesn't matter. So what I will do, I'll keep it as a Terraform. So dev. So I'll keep it as a Terraform dev or dem. Okay. Even you don't want to keep full name also, you can keep it tf dev demo. Okay. So you can see here. So you can see the notification it's trying to create. So create for tf demo. So you can see here. So now project is complete. Let me go ahead and select the project. So we have created the project. When you create the project, we have project name TF demo and project ID and the project number. These are the both project ID and project number is always unique. So okay, unique number. When you create, it will come up three details. Project info. When you click on the project info, you can see all the details. Okay, that's fine. So now what we need to do, we need to set a permissions for this project. Why? Because when somebody want to access the environment by using project ID, we have to access the environment. In such cases, if somebody want to access, if a developers want to access for this environment, we need to make sure what kind of access we need to assign the developers, whether it could be read-only access or admin access. So that's a different topic. But now we're trying to integrate with the Terraform my local machine to this particular project to spin up the services within this project. Okay. So now what I will do to make a communication, if you go and see the document, if you go and see the normal document which is provided by, this is a normal document. This is a standard document. Arshika provided to make authentication Google Cloud to build infrastructure in the Google Cloud. You can see here GCP get started. If you scroll down below, so what they're saying actually prerequisite. If you Google Cloud platform account, if you don't have a GCP account, create one normal one. This tutorial can complete it the for the GCP free tier one. Okay, you can go with the, payable also, but free tier available. We can use it. Okay, if you scroll down, first thing is Google Cloud Shell. So the Google Cloud Shell we have to enable authentication that we already installed. That I'm going to will discuss in what we need to do. So if you scroll down, So, so what they're saying actually, in addition Google account, you need to two things in Terraform to provision your infrastructure. Okay, what is GCP project? GCP project organize your resources into the project, create a one in GCP console. You will need to project ID later. Then, then after that, Google Compute Engine. You will need to Google Compute Engine for a project ID. Why? Because if you want to spin up the any services, we have to spin up the service within the project ID. Okay, that's why it's account. So what they're saying is they ask you to, okay, after done, once done, GCP service account key. So what does mean this is service account? Service account is nothing but we are trying to make a permissions to allow in the particular project ID. So that's a project ID is still done. So it doesn't have any permissions. So why? Because I want to spin up the service within the project ID. The project ID have a some kind of permissions. That's why I'm creating a service account. Service account is not a user account. Service account nothing but a, it's a different account. It's not a it's a different account. We cannot use the service account login, but the service account only gives certain permissions for the particular people. Okay, so what we need to do, we have to follow this process. One, okay, let me go ahead and see the how we are going to create the service account. Okay, I'm in the here. Let me type here service account. So I'm the service account. You can see IAM admin. That is basically if you can see service IAM admin, identity access management. So I'm in the service account. Okay, let me go ahead and see TF demo. As of now, we don't have any service account. This particular new project name. So what I will do, I'm going to create. You can go ahead and create a service account. Let me give the TF the dev demo. That's a service account which I'm going to create. Or if you can give also hyphen SA. That's how we can make it as a standard for service account. Okay. So let me create. Okay, so once you create, actually what is saying, actually grant the service account access for the project. What the project actually which is saying, this is the project TF dev demo. You can see multiple project available, but we don't want to know. I don't want to bother about other project. I want to concentrate on the TF dev demo. I am creating the service account for this particular project. So grant this service account access the project. So when I click on here, you can see the project. So inside the project, so there are multiple options available. So you can see these are all actually Google Cloud services. Google Cloud service means database and APIs, App Engine, BigQuery databases, cloud storage, lot of is there. But I don't want to bother about all the things now. So I want to go with the complete project access. We want to go. If you don't want to give the particular project access, so we want to make sure we have to create the user. We have to only for a particular service we can also give. But by using Terraform, I want to spin up all the service. That's why I'm going to give the permissions for the entire project. So if you make a project, so the Terraform will communicate to the project, it will create all the services. Okay. So I'm going to project. I'm here. We have options is there: browser, editor, and one is available. Viewer is nothing but a read only. One is nothing but a full access. Editor is nothing but a edit access for all the resources. So it means you can manipulate. You can we can manage all the resources. I'll go with the editor. Okay. Let me go on editor. Then say continue. Uh, then after that, just say done. Okay, you can see here the editor and owner is available for the particular service account. Let me go ahead and done. Now we have a service account available. Once we have done the service account, the thing is what we need to do. So we need to generate a key. So what is the key actually here? If you go and see here, you have a create key. If you can, there's JSON format available, uh, or P12 format, but I want JSON format. Let me go ahead and download JSON format. You can see TF demo JSON. There is one file which is created. Allow the access to your cloud services to store securely. So what does it mean actually? This is actually, if it is, if you know AWS with Terraform, when you create AWS account, we want to make a communication between local to AWS. So we need to set up a IAM user. The IAM user have certain kind of privileges. When you create a user, it will come up with a programmatic access, the secret key and access key. The same way, the secret key access key, what will do, it's make a communication between a local machine to AWS environment. The same way in Google Cloud is called service account. In the service account, we are trying to give the access for the entire project. Okay. So this is the project. This is the service account we want to use. You can see the project ID here. Why? Because on the top of the project ID, we create a service account. Okay. You can see all the private key and client ID, authentication, everything is available. Just need to make sure just save it. This should be required when you make a communication between local to Terraform. Okay. Let me go back and okay. So if you can see download. So this is the service account we just created. Let me copy my service account here locally, copy. And I have one folder which I already created. So where I created, if you go back and go to the demo, so You can keep it anywhere, but I'm keeping it as a Google Terraform code. So inside I have a uh, let me paste here. So what is the project name which I created? So just now the project name TF dev demo. Okay, let me go ahead and I'm trying to rename this one. So just keep it as a TF demo AU authentication. Just keep it as a I don't want the old one. Just take this one. I'm going to delete the old one. Let's do this one. So this is the TF dev demo. That's my authentication file. So let me take this one. So I have basic Terraform syntax which is available here. You can see provider. So what is the provider? And let me go back and see the Terraform code here is available. This is the first command. This is the first thing how we need to see getting started with the Google Cloud provider. If you scroll down below, so we need to make it a provider. Provider is nothing but a Google Cloud. When the provider actually, if you're using Google Cloud, we have to put the Google. If you want to use the AWS, we have to follow the AWS. I had done the few videos, almost 12 videos in Terraform with AWS. It's already available on my channel. If you want, you can go ahead and watch. Then you can understand how it's going to work the Terraform. The same way, the same way everything is going to work in the Google Cloud as well. But the only thing syntax would be little change when you compare with AWS and Google Cloud. So when you can make it a provider, if you are using AWS, we have to keep it as AWS. Here we have to keep it as a Google. Okay, that's it. Here we have to keep all the details. If you scroll down below, these are the arguments. This is the first thing which you want to create the EC2 instance. Then I will talk about little later. Okay. So these are the credentials. So what is the credentials name which I want to keep it JSON file here? I'm going to keep it my JSON file here. Local tf that's the JSON. Okay, that's the JSON file. What is the project name which I created? Let me change the project name. So I'll keep it as this is my project name. This is the project which I created. So I'm going to spin up all the service in the Europe region. So Europe West to and zone is Europe West to zone. Okay, this is the details I want to keep. If you go back and see here, uh, so this is the standard syntax to create the virtual machine. Virtual machine, but here we have AWS, we have EC2 instance. Here we have VM, virtual machine, virtual compute machine. So I'm going to create virtual machine. These are basic syntax we need to follow. So this is the name. We can keep any name. The mission type is something like a mission instance class in AWS. Here we can call it as a mission type. So Google come up with the different mission types. I'm pick up the basic one but because this is only for the demo purpose. I'll go with the basic one. I'll talk about later mission classes. First, this session is basically trying to integrate with how we are going to integrate with Terraform to Google Cloud. Okay. Uh, the boot is nothing but a AMI Amazon Mission image. Here we can't as image. I'm taking as a default Debian. Is the network interface. Network interface is nothing but a default. It's nothing but a VPC. Okay. I'm keeping as everything as a default at the moment. This is a basic introduction. In coming videos, I'm come up with uh, come up with variables and everything with a different way how rail world is going to work. First I'll set up a network environment, and on top of that I'm going to build all the services that we don't want to use any default. I want to go with everything as a customized one with the network and everything. Then that could be really uh, it's a more real world way. Okay. So I keep it everything here. So first thing is what you need to do. If you go out and see here, so the first thing is what we need to do. We need to understand what is the kind of setup we need to make in locally. Okay. So let me revoke everything my authentication. So again I'm going, let me revoke everything locally. So gcloud actually I already installed earlier, so I don't want to do anything. Let me go ahead and run this gcloud configuration list. Let me make sure I don't want to keep anything. So this is the project which at the moment using. Let me take it out everything. So what I will do, let me go ahead and install the Google Cloud. When you install the gcloud command line, first thing is we need to gcloud init. When we enter, so it's going to ask the reinstall this so you can see pick up configuration use. So I'm going to pick up this first option. It's going to pick up everything with the latest one. Okay. So here asking for the again it's asking for the few details. Again I'm going to pick my Gmail mail ID where I created for the all my Google account details. So here you can see a lot of projects is available. So the first thing is I just created for the TF demo. So the fourth option I'm going to pick up. Why? Because I want to make all the services within this project. Okay. So let me go with 4. So I have done all the details. So if you can see, that is going to be your configuration project has been successfully set approved. TF demo dev, that is a new project which is just created. If you go back and see here, TF dev project. TF, oh, sorry, what is the project? Sorry, I want to change it. Let me change it again. That's sorry. Sorry, we're in right direction only. Sorry, I was confused actually. So there is a project name TF Dev Demo. I was confused. I have different other parts also. I was confused. Okay, TF Dev Demo. So even if you entered here, even you say uh, gcloud configuration lead. So you can see all the details here. TF demo, that's my other one, is my Google account name, TF demo. Okay, so now what we'll do, we have done all the setup which is required. So okay, let me go ahead, and we have code and everything is available. I'm going to keep all the code in my GitHub. I'm going to keep in link my uh, in the comment section. You can pick up from the description section. So these are all the things available. Okay, so let me run the Terraform 12. I'm running as a Terraform 12 init. Okay. So when you run the Terraform, what is going to do? There is a few commands. Terraform initially what will do based on the provider, it's going to download the required plugins in my locally. So when you can see at the moment you have 3 files available, it's going to download one file dot Terraform. You can see now there is one file which is just now entered, downloaded, that is created. Sorry, it's down created, that is called dot Terraform file. So what does mean? It's going to download the required plugins based on the provider. It's going to keep it locally. So that is called dot Terraform file. Okay, it will take 1 second. Yes. So you can see Terraform initially successfully completed. You can see initial complete is download the required Google plugin. You can see here Google plugins. Why? Because the provider which I mentioned is a Google my provider.tf file. Okay, so VM file actually I mentioned as a syntax that would be required to create the virtual machine. Okay, there's a then what is the next command which I need to run? I need to run the Terraform plan. When I run the Terraform plan, it's going to show the what are the things which is going to do. So it will take second. You can see one resource is creating because I, as per my vm.tf, it's going to create only one resource, but the default settings. Okay, that is a thing which is going to do. If you scroll up, it will says the VM is creating. So if you go and see, if you scroll up again, so you can see Google Compute instance VM will be created. Okay, that's the thing. The other thing is what the run Terraform apply. When we say run the Terraform apply, it will take 1 second. You can see it's going to add a plan to add one more resource. When you say yes, we need to it will go. So you can see here, when you say yes, it's going to ask for the error. What does mean? The error loading zone Google Cloud API engine API is not used in this project. Why? Because this is the project. So till now this project it doesn't use any API. So what does mean? So we need to enable the API when you create a project. So in project you have a when you create a project, you can see when you go to TF dev. So this is my service account. So when you go to the project, so we have a, let me go to the project. When you create a project, actually see the project have a TF dev demo. So what will happen is when you create a project, the project had one number, unique number is available. That is saying actually here. You can see here, that is a number. When you create a project, the project have unique number, project have unique ID, it will come. So we need to make sure we need to enable the API authentication before run the any to communicate any CLI command from local to spin up the resource in Google Cloud. So okay, so its compute engine API has not been used this project before it disabled. So enable it by visiting this one. So what we need to do, we need to take this one everything, take the output of this one. So copy everything. Just go to the AWS console, enter here. When you say just copy everything, so it will ask for the, it's going to ask to enable the API. So it's going to the API services. It's going to, you can see compute engine API. So what we need to do, we need to enable this one. Let's say enable. So you can see TF dev demo. So it means we are trying to enable the compute engine API within this project. So if you are going with different project, again we have to execute this. When you try to enter the first time, we'll get the same error with a different project. We need to take the entire visiting this one from here to here. uh, we need to go and open the console, just enter it. So this will take, it will enable the API to interact the command for this project from locally. Once this one, you can, it doesn't ask for the next time. So you can play whatever you want. You can spin up any service, number of services within this project. The first time only it will ask. Even if you go with this one more new project, it will ask for the first time. It doesn't ask for the second time. Okay. Please make sure it will take second. Let me pause. Yeah, you can see now that is everything is enabled. You can see once completed, then you can see active status is enabled for this specific project. Where in the project you can see active status is enabled. Now let me go ahead and run the Terraform apply. Let's see what is going to happen. This will take second. So again, we got one more error. What is the error? So the resource name VM which must be match the regex. Okay, let me, we need to change the VM name. So let me go back and see the syntax. What is the syntax which is available for the VM? The syntax slightly we need to change. So let me take the default one. Let me take it as a test one. So we don't want to see anything. Maybe I think I probably need to give the all the small letters. Uh, Maybe I'll keep it as a VM test something. So VM test, let me save it again. So there is some standards which you need to follow. Let's see on the Terraform. So a lot of syntax is available. What is the errors? Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Here I need to change this. So the columns. Second run the Terraform apply. Let me pause. This will now say yes. So it's going to create now. You can see now it's going to create the VM. So let me go back and go to the Google Cloud Console. So if you go to, I mean, this project TF demo, you can see the API also. You can see request went to high. Why? Because the it's going to API is, we are just enabled within the specific project. That's why you can see as API graph also went high. So if you go back and see uh, where I am creating, go to the API VM engine. Let me open the VM instance. Yeah, you can see VM test instance is created. Okay, if you can see here, this will take second, it will come up. So you can see now it is successfully created within this specific project. You can see the project name also is showing TF dev demo. So if you want to connect this instance, how we are going to connect? The one thing which I observed in compared to AWS and Google Cloud EC2 instance 3 times faster than EC2 instance. If you spin up the EC2 instance in AWS environment, it will take around 5 to 5 minutes. But if you can see, with not even 1 minute, within 1 minute, the instance is coming up. You can see the status is green. So more than 3 times is faster than the Google Cloud. If you want to connect, so if you want to stop and restart and everything delete, it will be available. But if you want to go to the browser, if you want to connect, we don't want to bother about anything. The uh, Google Cloud itself only providing the to connect in the GUI level. If you can see, it will take a second to make a communication, message communication between within the console itself only browser. Now I'm in the server. If you can see here, and say sudo -i, so you can see I'm in the root user. So you can see, so it's available everything, all the commands you can see. So it will be available. Okay, so if you want to terminate, how we are going to terminate Terraform, when you say destroy, destroy, so it will ask for the, let's say this will take a second. Just need, let me let, let me say yes. So when you say destroy, if you go to the scene Google console, you can see here. Let me refresh here, so you can see now it is terminating. You can see it's going to down, so it will terminate in fraction of second. You see, that's what I want to say. I hope you guys like my video. Please do subscribe my channel. So I'm going to I have done a lot of videos in I think around 15 videos which I done for the Terraform with AWS. Google Cloud also I'm going to do one after one. This is the first one which I'm going to. This is the first one I made it, but going forward I'll go with how it's going to work in Terraform with the different services in Google Cloud. Let's see. I hope it's going to be useful for you. If you if you like this video, please do subscribe my channel. If you have any if you have any doubts and comments, please keep into my comment section. I'll get back to you. Thank you so much.